This guy cannot be a false teacher. He's changed so many lives. Greetings, I'm JC Pilter, and this is JCPC Apologetics. Well, hello and welcome back to another Monday where we're going to deal with bad arguments. Today we're going to deal with another one that I encounter a lot when dealing with false teachers, and that is, God has used that man to change so many lives.
What's wrong with you people?
So yes, I encounter this one so often with basically any false teacher that you deal with. I've only dealt with two on this channel. Both times that is a response I received, and as I've been to other channels that have done similar videos, this objection is always in the thing. And it's very confusing to me. Because what do you mean by changed lives? First of all, as a believer, we understand that if a person's life is changed by the ministry of somebody, let's take, for example, John MacArthur. If somebody goes to his church and his life is changed, John MacArthur will be the first to tell you, I didn't change his life. It was Jesus who changed his life. He just used me as a tool. So when I hear somebody say, this person has changed so many lives, it already makes me look at you like, do you understand how life-changing happens? Do you understand that we are just tools used by God and we shouldn't be glorifying the tool? Certainly we should be grateful to people, and I'm definitely grateful to all the people who have helped me become, what I am today. I'm grateful to those great pastors and men of God who have had, a great impact in my life. But I recognize that the life change that has happened in my life came from Jesus, not from those guys. Big difference, you see? But what really is confusing to me about this argument also is, what do you mean by changed lives? Let's, put the fact that God does the changing aside. What do you mean by changed lives? Lots of people out there can change lives. George Washington has changed a lot of lives. He was our first president, maybe our best. He set the standard for what the presidency has become, and so many lives have been positively affected because of him. Very few people have been saved as a result of what George Washington did. The guy was a believer, so there is a chance that he evangelized people and they got saved. I'm not going to make that argument. Let me take this to another extreme. Let's talk about a guy like, say, for example, Muhammad. Muhammad has changed many lives. Some you might consider for the better. There are some branches, of Muslims that are more liberal and technically considered heretics by fundamental Muslims, but who are peaceful, they don't blow people up, and they try to live moral lives. Their lives morally are made better by Muhammad. Does that mean Muhammad's good? Does that mean that Muhammad's a guy we ought to be listening to? Well, if you're a Christian, you should be saying no. What about Joseph Smith? I've been around a lot of Mormons lately. They're really nice people. And not only that, they're usually very well-off people. They're a very supportive sort of network of people. They kind of make sure that each other thrives and does well. Mormons are the richest, religion/cult in the world. It comes from a lot from their niceness and the fact that they, help out each other. They make each other's lives better. Joseph Smith, that's part of his legacy. Does that mean we should be listening to Joseph Smith or listening to Mormons because they have changed people's lives for the better? Take this back to the video where I got this. My video on Myles Munroe. I can't believe I keep saying that name. I thought that I would have moved on from that name by now, but we keep going back because there's so many juicy bad arguments that come from it. A guy got on my comment section and said, I am not a Christian, I am not religious, but Myles Munroe has changed my life and made it better. And all the Monrovians started liking that comment, saying how, and some say, well, I don't know if anyone actually commented. I can't say that. I don't think anybody else commented on it. But it got a lot of likes by other Monrovians. And I'm like, don't you see a problem here? As believers, we're not called to make people's lives better. We're called to share the gospel to them. What does it profit a man if he gains the whole world and loses his soul? What good are we doing if we help people's lives become better, but we never give them the gospel? And this is kind of, obviously limited to Christian circles, when we're dealing with whether somebody is a preacher we should be listening to or not, somebody changing somebody's lives is a very bad standard. Because it's not a biblical standard. We should be judging pastors on, are they faithfully teaching the Word of God? Are they, teaching sound biblical doctrine? Are they exposing, the false doctrine? Are they, are their lives living up to what they're preaching, right? That's what we judge, pastors on. We don't judge based on they're changing people's lives because, a lot of unbelievers change people's lives for the better. And then those people go to hell. I don't like having to keep saying that over and over again, but I'm making a point. You can change a person's life for the better, and you've done nothing good for them. You just made this time that they have on earth as pleasurable as possible before they go into eternity. Going back to that comment that I had in my video, basically my response to the comment was, Myles Munroe failed this guy. He says, yes, I followed Monroe's teachings and all this stuff, and my life has been made better. I am not a Christian. I'm not religious. Because of following Monroe, he said, the word he used was, I found the truth within. If Myles Munroe was an actual Christian, which he wasn't, but if he was, he failed this guy. Because his teaching gave the guy something that satisfied what he was looking for, and that was, to satisfy his lusts, and never gave him the truth. But Monrovians acted like that was a good thing that was done. So basically that's what it boils down to. It doesn't matter if the guy's changed lives or not. That's not the argument. If we're dealing with a person's faithfulness, you got to look at his life, you got to look at his doctrine, and, is he exposing what's also false as well? So I hope that video was helpful to you guys. As always, if you have stumbled on this channel and you are not a believer, or if you're a Monrovian who's clicking on this because it popped up in your feed, definitely click on the video that is called What is the Gospel? And in that video, I will explain to you what the Bible has, teaches regarding the gospel and what has been historically taught by the Church of Jesus Christ, and not of the Latter-day Saints, but the actual Church of Jesus Christ, the Catholic Church, not the Roman Catholic Church. Sorry, I just confused a whole lot of people with that nonsense. But basically, go over there and click there, and you'll see what the church has preached for years and what the Bible clearly teaches. And by the grace of God, we hope that you will be saved today. And if you are a believer and you have stumbled on this video, or you're just kind of a regular returner and you haven't seen that video for some reason, definitely go over there and check it out. And hopefully, it'll help you to more fully understand the gospel and be able to articulate it yourself when you go out into the world and intermingle with the unbelievers out there. So, with that said, God bless. Have a great day.
What's wrong with you people? I'm serious.
Thank you for watching this video. If you enjoyed it, please leave a comment below and feel free to like and share it so others can see it as well. Also, subscribe so that you can keep up to date on future videos. And as always, please check below to see resources that I've used that might help you to further your studies. God bless and have a great day.